From Viking invasions to Roman occupation, from countryside to coast, from historic wars between the English and the Scots to modern warfare, from a Scottish queen to a gypsy queen, from an artist from Manchester who regularly painted here to a local heroine who became a national icon, to boots discarded from weary walkers, from churches and abbeys to the ruins of priories, and stunning scenery on the way. Join us over the next few weeks as we follow the route of the stunning Northumberland 250.
Well, it was a windy night, as you can hear, and it's still dark. It's just after 7, but we're on a quest. We're in the dunes again. As I said, we're on a quest. Yesterday when I was walking the dogs, I spotted something and I'm just going to retrieve it. It's a bit more sheltered in the undulating dunes. Well, what I did see, I don't know whether you see this on the video, lots and lots of little white shells, and they're snail shells. They're all dead, so I don't know, all dotted all around, everywhere. Right. And there we are, we found it. Get away, get away, get away. It is a seabird, get away. I don't know what sort at the moment. Look at that head. That's what we've come for. I've got a knife. I'm going to take some photos so we can try and identify it. And we'll see.
Welcome home. Was that nice?
It's a bit wet. Or wetter. It's not that.
That was, you're just shaking it over my feet. Did you enjoy your walk? You went out for another reason, not just to take the dogs, though, didn't you?
I told them.
Oh. What's he like? Well,
we found it.
Yeah, that sounded very scouse. We found it. Well, before he took you out, I was just going to show you how windy it was by our pendulum of the wind. Shaking there. Can you pass them over to it, Keith? Show how much the fan's rocking.
And that's not us making it rock. It's wash time.
Day 6 of the Northumberland 250. The things we do to make a good video. In the wind, I'm going over the other side of this bridge where we parked up overnight, so I can film the van going over it because it's a humpback bridge. All for the video. Bloody windy, it's almost just blown me over. This road's the way we came into that park up last night. It was a really nice park up, wasn't it?
It was.
We were quite. Go on.
Apart from now, we went for a walk. We had the sea on one side, crashing the waves. and trains on the other, so it wasn't a happy dog.
We've now found out you don't like the sound of trains as well, haven't we, Nab? Well, it's pretty sheltered really from the wind, wasn't it, for most of the night?
It was. It's rained a bit in the night, more than we thought.
Yeah, we must have slept really well. Did you sleep well? It's a shame, isn't it? We promised you a holiday, and it's turning into a horror day for you, Nab. There's a lovely old building up here. We noticed when we came past yesterday afternoon. Needs a bit of work on it though. Well, it needs a lot of work on it. Massive old thing with a... looks like an old stone or brick type roof, doesn't it, at some points? We're off to Holy Island, to Lindisfarne. We're just not sure whether the causeway is going to be open because of the wind. Even when the tide's fully out, they might decide to close it. I'll hand you over to Keith. Oh, I thought you were filming something. All right, okay.
There's a date on that building, 1879.
Not that old then. I thought it might have been older. Yeah. So we've got this weather predicted now for the next 3 days. High winds and heavy rain. But it won't stop us. Never does. That's as far as we can go for now. So we're just arriving at the causeway, which says safe crossing times is 9:20. It's now 8:26, so I think it's time to make some breakfast. Queued up at the causeway, ready for it to open. Coffee and croissants on the go. Can't be bad. Maybe we should open the stall. We're really not sure about putting the external microphone on today, or the receiver. We don't know how waterproof it is. So you might be watching this with voiceovers. Quite a queue now. While we're waiting to go over, we'll tell you that Holy Island has a recorded history from the 6th century AD, and it was an important centre of Celtic Christianity under Saints Aidan, Cuthbert, Eadfrith and Eadbert of Lindisfarne. The island was originally home to a monastery which was destroyed during the Viking invasions, but re-established as a priory following the Norman conquest of England. Other notable sites on the island are St Mary the Virgin Parish Church, originally built in 635 AD and restored in 1860. Lindisfarne Castle, several lighthouses, and other navigational markers, and a complex network of lime kilns. And today the island is an area of outstanding natural beauty and a hotspot for historical tourism and bird watching. I don't think we'll be doing a lot over there today. It's very, very wet and very, very windy. And we're moving slightly.
As the tide goes out, presumably everybody's moving forward. We did say about 9:20 the causeway should be clear, didn't it?
It did. We have a story about a causeway, don't we, Keith?
We do.
We know you like our stories.
We were waiting to go over to Shell Island many years ago.
Which is in North Wales.
Which is in North Wales. And there's a causeway over to that. And the tide was high. It was being kept in by the wind, like this one might be. And everybody was, it was for a bonfire display, wasn't it? So it was later on in the season, but everybody was quite happy, just sat there all talking. It wasn't cold. And this lady came up in a big car. Oh, the causeway should be open by now. I know my way. I'm a local. So she carried on over into the water, and all of a sudden all we saw was the lights go like that. Well, like that, wasn't it?
Like that, yeah.
Like that. And she'd gone off the causeway. There was a big round of cheers. They had to get the tractor out and drag her out. But yeah. So that's our story about a causeway.
Lindisfarne Castle was built in 1550, around the time that Lindisfarne Priory went out of use, and stones from the priory were used as building material. It's very small by the usual standards, and more of a fort than a castle. The castle sits on the highest point of the island, a windstone hill called Beblow. After Henry VIII suppressed the priory, his troops used the remains as a naval store. And in 1542, Henry VIII ordered the Earl of Rutland to fortify the site against possible Scottish invasion. As I say, when we're over there, we'll have a good look round, the best we can in this weather, because it is really bad. So you might be getting some voiceovers. We'll just have to see as this video progresses. But this is what we've got forecast wise. Wind is 47 miles per hour with maximum wind gusts of 72 miles per hour. Very windy. A few vehicles are now risking it, but it still looks like it's over the causeway. Got the first view of the sea there. Very choppy. If you look on YouTube, there are videos where the RNLI have had to come out and rescue people from cars where they've gone off the edge of the causeway or broken down on the causeway as the tide's coming back in. Some interesting ones on YouTube. Let's look outside. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can have a look. Let's look outside. I can smell this thing. I'm off. Oh, I just want to be out there. Yeah, I just want to be out there, me. It all adds to the adventure, doesn't it? You're just not trying to knock the camera at me on there, babe. Oh, he's thought better of it. He was racing ahead. Mr. Northumbrian Water. Northumbrian Water thought, oh, I know the road like the back of my hand.
About reverse, aren't they?
That's quite funny. Northumbrian Water want to go over the causeway and then realise, actually, better not do. And I know what I think the first stop will be.
For a coffee.
I reckon so, don't you?
I hope they're brewing already. Because I don't know what else we'll be doing there. It's going to be rather wet.
But it's on the route, so it had to be done, didn't it?
Yeah.
Pardon? You said no. Not your favourite weather, is it, Nab? Not your favourite weather, eh? You'd rather be at home, snuggled on the sofa with the fire lit, wouldn't you, Nav, I think? At the moment. Okay. Building just here is a rescue station, so if you do get stuck, you can go up there and wait to be rescued. We're on Holy Island. We stopped for the obligatory coffee at the start. Met a lovely old lady who's come up on a coach trip. Had quite a chat with her. She's from Sussex, but originally from Northumberland, reliving her past. She's been down south since 1967. And there's our first view of the castle. The sky's clearing a bit, which is good news for us.
It is. So it's about a mile, we said, didn't it?
About that chap in the cafe said, I'm glad you didn't bring your guitar. No busking allowed on Holy Island. Window on the wild. Window on wild, Lindisfarne. Take a look at the wild side of our island. Doesn't say who said that. It's a quote. When I come back over the causeway, it's like a portal. I'm going back to peace, tranquility and sanity. Away from the mania of England. On the ground, they're all different footprints, different birds.
And I think one was a deer.
Was it?
Yes.
Bet that's nice looking out that window when it's stormy.
That's the harbour. It's still a working harbour, isn't it?
I don't know. It looks like they're fishing boats, aren't they?
Yeah. Rough seas out there. I don't know whether you'll pick those up on the video. Out there, waves crashing in.
Really crashing in, aren't they? Getting closer to the castle.
Lindisfarne Castle, a former fort converted into a holiday home. The castle is a beautiful blend of old and relatively new.